Good morning. All right, let's start this off. So, well, first things first. Let me know what you think about my posing suit. It came in the mail yesterday. I think it's a little big. I really do. It's custom made and everything like that, but I feel like it's a little big. You tell me. Let me turn that a little bit more. Feeling great today, by the way. Feeling extra great. I'll touch on a few random things, but. My feet are wrong. I feel really watery today, actually. Now, like now I'm looking at myself, I feel really watery. Yeah, I feel definitely. I don't know, like I'm tight, but I definitely feel watery. I feel like my weight has been all over the place this whole week. It's been a friggin' mess. Wait, wrong one. It was, ha! That's what I messed up on. And then I've been looking at a few classic poses. They're different. The classic poses are different. I know I'm like a huge fan of the, which one is it? that. I know there's one where it's like, it's pretty much all like the same, like foot placement as far as I can tell. Maybe it's this one. I don't know, there's a few, I'm still looking and trying to figure out like, as far as like what classic poses I like. But yeah, shorts, I think they're a little big. Like, I don't know. I feel like they're definitely a little big. Let me know. I guess I expect them to be like more like skin tight, like booty short material, you know? But anyways, 2 weeks since we last checked in. I feel good. My fucking weight has been all over the place. It has been everywhere, like no joke. It's been nuts. Bowel movements are, I would say bowel movements are every day, but weight changing bowel movements are every other day. Like, yeah, the big ones come up like every other day, and when they do, that's when like I hit those like 135s. It's fucking wild. Yeah, that's when like those 135s start coming into play. It's kind of a mind fuck. Because when I look at the spreadsheet, I'm like, okay, there's like 138, 135, and it's like 135. So I just now started seeing 137s, and like what happened to the 136s? What happened to 137s? I'm like, it makes me always feel like, what the hell? Like, what's going on here, you know? Kind of weird getting meals and booty shorts, but whatever. Such is life. I would like to think we all do this once upon a time in our lives. I'm forgetting something. Yeah, so I made a pumpkin pie. Okay, so half a pie is like 20 grams of carbs. And it's like, so one slice, it's an eighth, is like 5 grams of protein, 7 grams of carbs. Not too shabby. Anyways, I've had 2 slices in 2 days. I am so proud of myself. I really am. I just needed flavor. It's pretty much a pumpkin pie. And you know what? Considering I'm in prep, I will take the win. I really will. Small victories, you know? That's kind of what that comes down to. Small victories, and right now that pumpkin pie is one of them. Okay, so my energy level is amazing. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's good days, there's bad days, but I mean, I've definitely have the energy to get in the gym. I have the intent to do my movements. I've had a couple of like not so great workouts, but that's more so because like I was training with a friend, and like, I mean, you see my volume. It's not a lot, but it's not a little bit. There's definitely, I could do more, but I could do less. I mean, I kind of just stick to like the main things. This guy is like, I'm gonna do chest in all the angles, in all like the motions and all the machines. And I'm like, bro, can we just pick like 2? So, I mean, they haven't been the greatest workouts because, you know, I'm going through workouts with this guy, and it's just like, all right, well, it comes to a point where I'm just like, all right, well, you do you, boo-boo. I'm gonna go do me. And that's pretty much how workouts go. So it's always funny, like, seeing the philosophies and training principles and styles of other people. But man, some of them just don't make sense. Like, there's warm-ups and there's working sets. I mean, personally, I like to re-warm up, to almost like re-auto-regulate before I jump into a set. That way I don't just jump into like a stupid heavy set that like mechanically I'm not ready for because, you know, it's a new movement. Yeah, a lot of people are like, nope, I'm just gonna dive right in. So, I don't know, maybe I'm a diva. That's kind of what that comes down to. Okay, so weight-wise, scale's been all over the place. It's really annoying. So there are factors in which I do notice change. Main factors being my meal timing, as far as like, you know, if I eat my last meal closer to 10 o'clock, then everything's all over the place. There's that. There's, you know, what's my water intake like. So I'm really good about hitting a gallon. cutting. Ha! I win. I'm really good about hitting a gallon of water. There's definitely days where, you know, I hit a gallon and a half. And there's definitely days where I hit a gallon. I'm like, okay, I hit my gallon, I'm done. So I'm gonna really make a point to up my my water intake to a gallon and a half. It's doable. It's not that bad. I can do it. So that's a big factor for me is water intake. Sodium intake is good. I'm still tracking my sodium. I'm keeping that consistent, so it's not a sodium issue. Stress is, I'll be honest, it's like non-existent right now. Like, what is stress? Like as you can see, like this is breakfast for me. It's 10 o'clock. I'm just eating breakfast. This is a third of a cabbage, some mushrooms, some egg farts, an egg, and you know, it's gonna happen. This is breakfast. 50 grams of carbs is not bad. Which brings me to my next point. I'm like pointing a knife at you, like, ah. Oh man, I'm on one today. Which brings me to my next point. So I still have a good amount of energy. I still have a good amount of all the good stuff. Let's start rotating over here real quick. And with the scale being as unpredictable as it will be, I know I want to be aggressive because I don't want to run the same shit. I feel like I'm still behind. Like, I don't know. Like, I think my big problem that I set myself up for failure is that I want to go into a show like pro level peeled. And I'm like getting annoyed that my body's it's not cooperating with that program. It's getting kind of annoying to be honest with you. And then it comes down to like maybe I just don't have the size for it, like in my upper body and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. These are things that go through my dome. So being aggressive, I get the feeling that we're not going to make any changes to my calories because I know you did mention they are pretty low. I think you said it's like 8 grams per pound of body weight, which is pretty low. So what I do want to do is I've been actively pushing closer like that 17,000. I think there was like one day this week where it just did not happen. I think it was just a busy day. I was tired. Like, it was like 10 o'clock at night and I was like, shit, I gotta do my steps. I was that far behind. Besides that, I've been really pushing for like that 17. So I'm going to, what are your thoughts? I know we're probably not going to make any changes to calories, but as far as upping my daily steps, speaking of daily steps, I have not done cardio. It's been a lot of dog walks. They probably hate me. Like, a lot of dog walks. Anything else we're touching on? That's really it. Basic stuff. Weight fluctuating all over the place. Overall, my calories are low, but I'm not miserable. I have had a couple times where I'm like fiending. And it's usually at night. So, like that pie is like a nighttime thing. It's crustless. It's like literally just like protein and air. So when I get to like those moments where I'm just like, ooh, I just need something. Like I need it. That's been like a slice of that's like my go-to right now. It's pretty much pre-logged into my MyFitnessPal. Yeah, it's just simple stuff. Scale not cooperating, workouts are going well, stress non-existent, food time makes a difference, bowel movements make a huge difference. I think we're 3.5 weeks out. Ooh, fun stuff. So my buddy is friends with a competitor who's also doing classics, and I hit him up on the Instagram. I slid into his DMs and was like, hey, how you doing? Anyways, so we're actually going to catch a workout, like a meet, like, hey, like, we're going to be at the same show. We're both competing in the same class. Like, what do you got? I'm really curious to see how that goes. He is an enhanced athlete. He's a pretty big dude from what I can tell. So I'm really kind of curious. I'm super curious to see what that's going to be like. But yeah, he lives like right down the street apparently. Yeah, besides that, it is usual stuff. Nothing new. We're making progress. I'm ready to get into bulk mode. Phil and I have actually become really good friends. And I'm like, man, like he sends me shit, and I'm like, dude, I want to eat like that. You make me sad. Yeah, so we're making do, making a lot of progress. Things are gonna go great. I'm excited for things. I have played around with the idea of if I'm not ready for this show, please tell me, because I mean NPC is expensive. It's like $175 to register for the show, an additional like $150 to register for the organization. And I was like, bruh, they take your money so fast. What the hell? But yeah, let me know. Like, I'm in my head like 24/7. It's like one of those things. I think there's like a meme I just saw earlier today. It's like the whole world says it's okay, be comfortable with who you are, and then your brain's like, except for you, you suck. Not the last part, but yeah. So let me know. I feel like if we up the overall intent, and not necessarily the intensity, but if we up the intent, if we dig, like actually dig, then we can do it. I'll be honest. Side note, because we're talking about digging and grinding. Usually I can get my carbs to 30 grams of carbs before I'm like, okay, what do I have for fun carbs? I haven't had an actual carb in my triceps between. Like, we'll say breakfast, lunch, carb. It's been like 2 weeks. Yeah, since we made the change. So, it's usually like at the end of my night, I'm at like I said, like 30 grams of carbs. I'm like, okay, cool, I have like 20 grams of carbs to play with. What am I gonna do? And that's where it comes in like pie and random shit. So there's hella options. Hell of options. Let me know. Let's make some changes. Let's do this. I'm excited about I don't know what, but we getting it.